Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is pretty late. We did start behind time, but hello. We are here with Fully Charged NA RGL Season 8 preview. I'm Tony B, brought to you with LeCrum as my co-host. I'm here with guest Scream, Logan, Golden, and Det. I don't know where Golden is, but he's represented. So welcome, guys.
Yeah, thanks, man. Really glad to be here. Really looking forward to this next season and figuring out kind of what's going to be happening with that. Going to take a look back on last season and how everything ended up panning out for all the teams there in the playoffs. And overall, just really excited to be here. And wow, look, Mom, we're on camera.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've been on camera, so yeah, it's good to be back. So, furthermore, let's get our introductions out of the way. So we got Det from Walrex team. I don't know, you guys rebrand every like 2 minutes, it seems like.
Our team name is officially the Penguins of Madagascar.
Got you. And we
Beast
got
name.
we got RGL invite admin Scream.
That's me. I'm invite mod actually. Worked with admin, but yes, this is me.
All right, he rebranded too.
Another rebrand.
And we got Logan from Like a G6.
Fly like a G6, yes sir.
Represented. All right, boys. So anything you guys want to like start off with, or just maybe talk about how season 7 was?
That'd be on those guys that didn't play.
Oh yeah, Scream didn't play, but totally didn't play.
I can go first. You want?
Yeah,
Go
ahead.
right ahead,
Talk
yeah.
about
Alright.
talk about how it went.
I think G6 that season it's definitely probably my most fun season in invite. It's like basically I get to play with a bunch of friends while still like getting to compete, you know, like the top teams, which is really fun. And I think we definitely improved a lot over the season, and I'm happy to continue to do so in these upcoming seasons and at LAN.
We will get into LAN later on in this this show, but thank you, Logan. Yeah, I'm kind of a big fan of the team. I love Soapy. I love your you guys' frags. I love watching you guys play. Kind of biased, I'm not gonna lie. I am kind of biased towards the team. So hoping that they keep it up this season. You guys move up to second, maybe even first place.
Of course, first is the goal.
Yeah. So let's look at this bracket. So before, it's always been the double elim, you know, losers bracket, you can make your way back up. But I think this season might actually be a change, and we're gonna just have a single elim. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I'm pretty sure the double elim's still going to be a thing, but playoffs are going to be over a weekend instead of being like obviously over 2 weeks.
Okay, so my info is wrong, I guess.
Like that's never happened in the history of Team Fortress TV. We've never been given wrong info before.
Oh, absolutely not.
But yeah, when it comes to the bracket of last season, obviously you can see that it was a double elim with the upper and lower bracket semifinals happening. Something to kind of just notice about that bracket from last season, that the two teams that went on to face each other in the finals, Tech and Witness Gaming, neither of them lost a single map until the very end, until Witness Gaming went on to face Tech, who ended up getting 2-0. So looking at
we
it,
took a map off of Witness. We beat them on Vegas.
Oh, you did? Yeah, that's the info I guess wrong on there as well. But yeah, no, it's pretty funny because you know, just looking at Tech, though, still going through that entire playoff run that they had. You know, a lot of people going thinking that they're maybe kind of the underdogs to Witness Gaming in that, and they ended up actually not losing a single round in that entire thing. And so, you know, going forward now, we've got a bunch of different roster swaps, a bunch of different like teams going on. How are you guys feeling about like this upcoming season? How do you feel about us going forward, your teams going forward for this next season?
The season's looking to be pretty good. With the 10-team invite, you usually see a lot of competition in the lower teams, which is where my team's probably going to end up.
Definitely, I do remember last season we had a very tight race in the middle of the pack with the Global Clan Fire getting added later into the season. It was really interesting watching that develop, especially with my anime list and G6. Logan, do you want to speak up on anything that happened with like G6 near the end of that, like near the playoff run?
I think everyone on G6 ended on a high note because we performed a lot better than probably any of us expected to. And so it got our confidence up, and I guess we're more excited to go into this next season.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, and I totally have to agree with that as well. I think going into it, I was really excited to see how you guys are going to be doing for that season, and you guys definitely didn't disappoint, especially there at the end. So hats off to you guys, and good luck for this upcoming season for sure.
Thank you.
So Scream, I just wanted to kind of come back to you. I don't think you're going to be playing this season, are you?
I don't know. I'm probably going to be. I'm not sure yet. Probably scout in advanced or subbing on some random invite team or something like that. Be a good time.
Gotcha. But I was just kind of wondering because Escherton took my homie. I miss those guys. I just miss having those players come down from advanced up to invite. They're making their stay, and then next season, they're gone. And I don't know what happened.
I will say last season was like fun and painful. It's like my first season invite playing Pocket, and learning the pace is a lot different than in advanced. And you actually I'd never played Pocket before, so my first experience playing Pocket was an invite, and it was a learning experience for sure. But I think we got a lot better over the season. I think honestly we probably ended up being like the third worst team coming out instead of like definitively the worst. So I'm happy with that.
You took some dubs.
Great. Yeah, it took some dubs. Great that you keep your head high on that. But Det, now I gotta ask you. What do you think of your team playing this season? From however you played last season to now.
I didn't really play with them last season. They had Mustard on demo in Season 7 qualifiers, but at least coming into this season, I think we have a really good opportunity to take maps off lower teams. I don't think any of the bottom 4 teams are safe from losing to us. That's what we've been talking about.
Gotcha. So, speaking of the new team that you're playing on, I kind of wanted to touch bases on like a couple players in particular. Nixie, it's his invite debut, right? It's his first season, and knowing him a couple seasons back, he just won main on Scout, and now he's just straight up skipped advanced all the way into invite. What do you think of that?
Yeah, we tried out Nixie almost as just a way to fill a roster slot for a scrimmer or two, but we were really surprised with the way he played the game, and his DM is really good. And I think if you give him maybe just like a half of season of invite just to get used to the role, I think he'll be a really, really good player.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's been putting up big numbers. I've seen Pug lately, so he might just be that kind of player that you wouldn't really expect to show up and just outperform. It's hoping to see more of him in the future.
For sure.
Anything else that we want to go over just from last season before we move on?
Yeah, I was gonna actually bring up. I think we do have some stats that we can bring up here. Let's see. I'm gonna go jump into the stat sheet here myself. I definitely wanted to bring up High Five from Like a G6, obviously. Devilman for Like a G6. Just absolutely insane numbers coming from him throughout the season. And then also, I mean, I guess we can go ahead and pick up let's pick up a player. Let's do like a kind of pick for him. Let's do before yourself. Two Devilmen who've definitely played against each other a lot. Played each other in multiple lands, multiple tournaments, and it it's kind of interesting to see how well High Five did on like a G6, and I do remember when I believe it was Tech versus like a G6 in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. High Five was just putting up massive numbers, and if we've got those to get put up, then I would love to see that.
So obviously they've been picked up recently before I said after Steve's has been put off. Of course, like a couple roster changes. I kind of expected May to be fine, right? Probably not as good as Loga, but I definitely did expect May to be fine because like Banning, everyone knows he picks up random players. They just let's put my team and make them into top players. So Loga obviously is doing really well. One invite somehow. I remember watching that game and he was just crazy. The whole team was crazy. I gotta say, but yeah, honestly, I would pick Logai over May if it's if I'm making my top like dream team. I'll probably pick Logai over May.
Really, Logai over May, huh? I mean, I do gotta say that I was pretty impressed with May's performance. Really looked forward to Logai's. I do remember Logai having an absolute beast of a game during that bagel game in the playoffs against oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name right now. Anyway, he had this amazing second half on bagel where he didn't die a single time, which that just goes to show that he's just such a good up and coming player that he's definitely grown throughout all the seasons of TF2.
All right, so yeah, let's move along to this season, and I'm gonna have to ask you guys expectations for this season, just in general. Even it could be from your teams. I just kind of want to know what you guys think in general of who's gonna do well, who's not gonna do so well, and like who might be an upset, or big teams flopping, small teams just absolutely beasting. Just let me know. What are your thoughts?
I think one thing that stood out to me was Cozy getting Scion demo. I think that's going to be a really big bump for them compared to what it was like in the pregame or the preseason. Scion demo
I can agree with that one.
Up. And when they got Gungan and Zam on Scout, that was a really big thing for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. I wasn't too familiar with the roster of Cozy before. I just knew it was the Rocket King team, and still excited to see something from them. Of course, we've got just in general, in case the people don't know, we've got Tech, Witness Gaming, like a G6, of course. Those are your top three, top four teams. We got Mal, and then we got Chumbawumblers, we got Kronj Realm. Those are the class. Those guys have been around for a long time. We got Cozy, Jug Dealers, 1738, and we've got Death's team, Penguins of Madagascar. Those are your top 10 teams for invite. People that it's funny to me because like half of these teams are actually Global Clan Ice / Global Clan Fire players mixed in together with other players. Do I have any words on that?
They've sponsored a lot of different teams throughout TF2, and I guess that's the result of it. A lot of different players have come from those teams. It's really sad to see another org leaving TF2 though. So I don't think they're sponsoring this season.
Also kind of the shuffle of invite, like you see players, frequently teams don't live multiple seasons, so when you see teams like G6 living for multiple seasons and they take a round off of Witness and lower bracket finals, it's going to be interesting to see who gets second this season. That's all I'll say.
Oh, okay, bold words coming from Scream. I'll be looking out for that one for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I really do feel like that. Going forward with that, kind of just to bring up what you mentioned earlier. It really is pretty rare for a team to actually stay alive multiple seasons. We saw it in past iterations with Ascent, Ronin, Froyotech, of course. Now we're kind of seeing it with Witness Gaming, like a G6, My Anime List. A lot of other teams, kind of like changing leaders, dropping players, some people going in and out of their teams. Who do you think has been the most consistent player for a team other than Froyo Tech going into this next season?
Honestly, the most consistent player is probably Logguy. Like y'all talked a little bit about him earlier, but I think Logguy is probably definitively the best medic in Invite. I don't think it's super close. I don't think people give May enough credit in that. I think he was way better than people thought he was before he got on Froyo, but still think that he definitely can hold his own. But Logguy is he's just the best medic in and out. Probably the best medic in the world until we have another international land.
Oh man, yeah. Speaking of international lands, I can't wait until we can get back into that. You know what I mean? With like the whole virus and everything, you never can get away from it. You're always hearing about it, no matter what, on the news. You open up any sort of social media, that's all they talk about. But looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to maybe going back to an I Series LAN. Those are always super fun. And did we want to bring up kind of the lands in the future that are going to be happening?
Yeah, so I guess we can talk about the one that's coming up very shortly. I think in February we got the Fullerton land in California. I don't remember if it's the Banny sponsored land. I guess we're calling it that. But any of you guys showing up to that?
Yes, of course.
Oh yes.
Awesome. And then of course we've got I think that's gonna be the open division with some invite teams coming in. So just kind of your usual, everyone shows up kind of LAN, and then we've got the RGL LAN that is coming to Massachusetts in the summer, I believe. Not sure quite the time and date yet, but that will be coming there soon, and I'm pretty excited about it because I will be heading over to that. Whether it be just to spectate, but I'm very excited. And any plans from you guys to go there either? I know it's like quite a bit away, but still, just kind of like preparing, just about talking about it. Just yeah.
For me personally, I'm kind of waffling. I want to go down to the Fullerton land because it's actually pretty close to where I live, but I definitely 100% am going to that RGL land. That's by far definitely going to be the one land that if I do go to both of them, I go to both of them. If not, I'll definitely be going to the RGL land. That one's gonna be pretty hype.
Yeah, I've heard from a couple of people that the RGL LAN won't have an open tournament, or at least it doesn't plan to have one yet. So it would just be playoff teams, and if that's the case, I probably won't be going. But I know Logan and I, both of our teams are already going to Fullerton.
Yep.
Absolutely,
Well,
and hopefully,
yeah.
hopefully I'll see you guys there if I do end up confirming. For me, it's just a drive, so I don't have to like book tickets or anything like that, which is the only plus for that.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah,
fun
so I guess
LAN.
we can talk about a little bit of expectations for your teams coming into the LAN then. Like, how do you guys think you're gonna do? What do you guys think of having a couple of like the open teams move up into the playoffs brackets? Yeah, just kind of give me your information on that. What do you guys think?
You want to go first, Logan?
Sure. I honestly don't know what to expect for our team because I'm pretty sure no one on my team has been to a LAN besides like bot mode. So it's a lot of ours first time, and we're just like, this is like practice for us for like the upcoming RGL LAN. Basically, that's how I see it. But of course, we're gonna try, to play the best that we can.
I mean, that's some damn good practice, That's like kind of like getting right into the thick of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what about you two, Dick?
Our team is probably going to be fighting with Allen Gaming for the 6th spot. From what I last saw from the spreadsheet, it seems like there's 5 like mid to high invite teams that are showing up, and then there's us and Allen Gaming filling out low invite, and then there's a couple of other teams that are showing up too. Which is nice to see the lower level teams show up. It'll make the rest of the matches more interesting to watch.
Quick shout out to Allen Gaming. I love those guys. Anyway, we're gonna move on forward. So, anything else about LAN that we want to talk about before we move on? No.
I mean,
Okay.
I think that's about it until one of them actually happens.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty excited for them too. I wish I could go to the California land, but sadly that's not possible. But hopefully it'll be a great experience for you guys, and hopefully see you at RGL land. Okay, so we are going to hop in on more of season 8, of course, and we're going to be looking at probably. I kind of want to ask you guys what will be the top teams this season. Just from like the 10 that we have, just give me like top 4.
I can if I were to guess as of right now, the top 4 is probably Freotech, Witness, my team, and Mal. But I do think that the playoff race is going to be interesting because I don't think any team is like confirmed. I think a lot of upsets can happen with all the bubble playoff teams.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Logan. The top 3 are pretty set in my mind, but anything past that, there are definitely some things that could happen regarding upset ones. Although as of right now, it seems like Mal is probably going to be 4th.
I think the 4th place is definitely up for grabs. Mal's got a better shot, is my opinion. I agree with you guys that being the top 3 being set in stone already. I kind of want to see. I know it's kind of weird, but I kind of want to see Crontrol make playoffs. That'd be really interesting. Those guys have been here for a long time, and I think they definitely have been improving as of late, the last couple of seasons, and I think they can definitely make the grind to get to that 4th place.
That's a little bit ambitious, but everyone's got their hopes and dreams.
I'm just biased. I love those guys. I'm just biased.
I loved when they sandbagged open for like the 15th time. That was awesome. Anyways,
that's what makes them legends, man.
Yeah,
that's how you become a legend
them.
in this community.
They're so awesome. Anyways, I think the 1738 team has a pretty that roster on paper is so solid. Besides he's a major noob. Everyone else like really solid. They could probably make 4th if they can pull it together. I think Exile's pretty good on Scout. Yum, I don't even know how we didn't get picked up last season. I think Donovan's pretty good for low invite as well. And Ether, obviously. And Toy is probably one of the best medics in low invite as of right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of good rosters this season. It'll be really interesting to see who places where.
Absolutely. Well, we know we got our eyes set on. We just gotta wait for the season to start and see how it all plays out. But I guess we're gonna move on to some changes in the season. Like, let's look at some map changes. Let's look at some potential maps coming into the pool, and some other major changes. I'm not sure. I'll bring it up in a second. But yeah, so we've got the invite map pool is your usual Snakewater, Gully Wash, Sunshine. Yeah, but Product is seeing a comeback now. So, what do you guys think of Product coming back?
It's not real.
What is that transition?
Wait, what? What's this?
What did we think about? What, sorry?
I love Product.
So what do we think about Product coming back into the rotation?
I think there should be 3 calls.
Yeah,
really?
I think Logan and I are a little bit biased.
That's kind of bold.
That's his bold. I
don't
agree
feel
with that.
like
It's a bold statement.
I don't feel like that's too bold of an opinion.
I don't know.
I've been saying that 3 costs should be in the rotation since Macbeth was head admin, but the RGL gods have deemed it necessary to have a Koth rotation. So here we are rotating out maps every so often. I honestly think I really do not like Clear Cut. I think it's kind of an awful map.
Thank you.
I do still think there should be 3 Koth.
Yeah, from what I've heard, Clear Cut's voted out. That's what I heard.
Yeah, so the map pool for next season for Invite will be Clear Cut and Reckoner removed with the addition of Bagel, so I guess still 2 Koth, and Perlands and Granary again. Granary was played last season Invite, so people like it.
I do want to say, really looking forward to Pro Lands. I know a lot of people didn't like didn't like just the regular Badlands. I played through seasons of regular Badlands, and it was always super stalematey. But with Prolands, I think they definitely did fix a lot about that map, so I'm really excited to see that back in the rotation. I don't know how you guys feel about that map still.
I'm kind of excited to see sorry, I just blanked out. I'm kind of excited to see Product back in the rotation as well. I honestly prefer Bagel and Product over Clearcut for sure. But I kind of have to disagree with Scream that there has to be 3 Koth maps, but I mean, and I understand in that sense though. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to get banned, but I don't want to defy the god here. Like
you can't get banned for having an opinion, okay? I mean, you can, but
I mean,
it has to be like of a certain caliber of opinion towards a group of people. But anyway,
no, I'm just saying that I don't like 3 maps of Koth.
Yeah,
bring back Granary, please.
Oh, okay.
It's coming back.
All right. Yeah.
Granary is coming back. I think Badlands, the concept of Badlands, it's just an awful map. It was really awful to play. I hated it so much. But I hope Prolands is better. I'm praying Prolands is better. I doubt it, but it could be. It could be the map.
Yeah, I do not miss playing Badlands.
I don't know, man. I love Badlands, but I'm a little biased. When the first open tournament I ever played in was the Rewind LAN in Santa Ana, and I was so like kind of new to comp that like I decided to run Spy to mid and I got a 4K. So that map has just always been like in my fucking like right there in the stratosphere of my favorite ones because of just that moment.
All right. Well, we've heard from you guys. I just want to hear from Logan and Det on their opinions of the maps this season. Maybe what might be coming out of that.
I'm kind of looking forward. Like I got to play a little bit of Granary last season, but I still need to like learn a lot on it. But I think it's fun to play like maps like Granary and Badlands because I've never really got to play them. I'm still like a newer player. But they look fun. We played them in scrims and I've had a good time.
Yeah, kind of in the same boat here. I played Granary a little bit in the off season, or like not while I was not on a team, and it was a pretty fun map to play and learn. That being said, I've never played Badlands before in any capacity, so it'll be interesting to see what happens this season.
Great, and we also have a couple of like experimental maps coming in. Like we've got Logjam. I mean, these have probably been for a while. Like Propaganda might be making a return.
Those maps were in the pool to be voted in, but they're not actually coming.
Yeah. That I'm just saying in general they might be voted in. But we got Logjam, we got Propaganda, Man Base, Cardinal, Kalinka. I mean, some of these I've seen before, but I haven't really seen them in play. As in I've seen them like in Twitch clips of people playing them in pugs or whatever, but I haven't really seen much out of these. But then we might have Villa and Bagel's still in there as well. So thoughts on those maps?
I see it'll probably be pretty difficult to see invite players voting on those maps compared to the maps that are already in the pool and the maps that just got voted out. I think anyone would take Clearcut over any of those maps you listed, unfortunately, for fans of those maps.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, I think it is really, really smart to have those maps tested out and try to get them into some sort of rotation because, like I said, you can only test a map so much. It's when it comes down to when there's actual like things on the line, you know, like winning and going forward through the season when those maps really like tend to shine or show their flaws. So, is Cardinal the Banny map?
I think so. It's one of them.
It's the one that I remember. I think I was testing that out with him on that. It was a while ago though. And then of course, you know, like there's a bunch of old school maps that like have been worked on for a long time. I think Logjam gets brought up quite a bit. I know the guy who actually made that map, Heist. He's a really good friend of mine.
Over the top, gonna get some damage down.
Cool
People get taken down. So both teams down a soldier.
And trying to like get them to a place where they can actually be like introduced into the map pool themselves.
Yeah, another one concern with that sort of thing, and I think Scream would be able to back me up, is that a lot of invite players, when there's a new map in general in the scene, it tends to be insta-banned because people would rather play the maps they know and have strategies for than the maps they don't know.
Yeah,
So
like
it's really hard with new maps.
Kind of sucks to test with invite because it's like so many teams are. Yeah, like I guess the strategies thing, and it's so hard to like learn. How do I put it this way? It's so hard to learn a map faster than Benny will because Benny, any new map that comes in the rotation, that guy is going to learn in like 5 hours, and your team's going to lose, and then everyone's going to copy what Froyo does, and then chain it just goes down the chain. So it's like it's kind of hard to like add these new maps in and have it be like, oh well, we're gonna test this map when Banny's already gonna know it, and then everyone's gonna copy Banny but not do it as well, and then it's gonna be a free win for Froyo again.
I do think though that if the map is good, it'll eventually get played because like that's how it was when Bagel got introduced, and like now it's like one of the most picked maps, and like it sucks to see that it's not gonna be in the rotation, but.
That is true. I will say that like Bagel had so much play time though. It was in UGC, and like I could be wrong, but it must have been like 2015. Like,
Yeah, I remember playing
for a
that.
long time.
Yeah, that's ages ago. I remember playing that map at first, and I absolutely hated it. And then I play it last season, and just playing it in general last year, and it was freaking awesome. I loved it, and I'm really sad that it's not in rotation this season. But I think moving on. Do we have that? Do you want to do that tier list, Mitch? Do you guys want to do the tier list of maps that we have?
I'm actually okay. I'm super down because that's a good kind of transition away from like this map talk to like a little bit more of a game here for us. Gonna really make some people cry in chat over this.
This is gonna be so hard.
So I think first map would have to be Gully Wash.
I'd say A tier.
Oh man, Goalie Wash? Shit.
Goalie Wash is B for bad. Bad
B
tier.
for
B
bad?
for
Oh,
bad.
man.
B for bad.
That map is
that
that map is cheeks.
It is
Like
it's
for
scout
3
hell.
hours.
It is scout hell, bro. That's for sure.
It's stalemate hell and scout prison, but it's soldier's heaven. Like, as a soldier main, I freaking love Bagel, and that's the only map that I ever do good on, and the rest is like I'm just in a sad zone. So I'm biased, but I love Bagel. I'd probably put it up as a, or sorry, not Bagel, Gully Wash. I'd probably do it up as a because besides loving to play it, I hate stalemating and I hate pushing into last.
I think scouts everywhere are actively trying to find your address to go hunt you down right now.
Everyone knows this is a scout dominated game.
Bro, I gotta not put it any higher than a B, to be fair.
I think it's a solid B tier. Top B tier.
Yeah, Snakewater. We gotta put Snakewater up there.
As for Snakewater.
Bro, honestly,
Snakewater, no.
I think Snakewater's the best 5 CP map. Probably.
That is an S tier map, I'm not gonna lie.
Probably the best 5 CP.
Yeah, definitely
The
S
only
tier.
thing, literally the only thing bad about Snakewater is last, but every map's last is awful, so...
And even then, though, like it's not like unbreakable like most people's last, you know, like or like most of the maps last.
If you have the right hold, you can hold Snakewater forever. But that again, that's literally every map. So
yeah, you can say the same thing at Gully Wash and having freaking 3 Highlander classes on last, and you can't push in at all. It's freaking awful.
I mean, it's true. It's true. I honestly, though, I mean, come on. Like, what other map has, like, you know, a bunch of snakes on it? Like, let's be real.
Wow, that's my favorite thing about the map.
Snakewater's a demo-friendly map, so my opinion's gonna be biased for sure, along with that.
All right, let's go to Sunshine.
As for Sunshine,
I'd honestly, I don't know.
Sunshine belongs in probably
I like
an A
Sunshine,
tier.
but it's probably A tier.
Yeah,
It's-
I put Sunshine in A tier.
It's better process, for sure.
Is it a better process? Though?
It is definitely better process.
I
I don't know.
disagree.
Process
it plays
is C
differently.
tier. Process goes in crap.
I'd put
sucks.
process in F, dude. Fuck process. Excuse my French, but I hate that map.
Sunshine or Snakewater, sorry.
Snakewater by
Snakewater's
far, way
definitely
better, way better.
So we're moving Snakewater down to A and then moving Sunshine.
I mean,
to S now.
we can adjust. I mean, like we still have like fucking.
Why not
Five maps to go
why not put Sunshine in A right now? Since we already have Snakewater in S.
Sunshine should go into A,
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's put it
if
there.
you guys agree.
Well, now we gotta talk about process, dude. Now we gotta talk about
we
process.
gotta talk about process now. Or yeah, I don't really know. Actually, yeah, you're right. I don't think we really need to talk about process. It's just straight up Scout Heaven, Soldier Hell. Just like put it
It's
down
fun
at
on
the
demo.
bottom for me.
I would honestly say that if of all the maps, that is the most mid map I've ever played on in my life.
It is.
Like-
Everyone
It's a good
hates
take.
playing it, dude.
You know what I mean? Like it's like how many times have you gotten in into a pug group and then you start up a fucking like a lobby and then you like what's the first map that's always picked? Oh, let's play process.
Well,
There's a reason for that.
the
What's your
thing
map
with
pick?
process is that map it's just been figured out. It's been labbed. The evolution of process is just it's over. Like the mid has been figured out already. You play central, and then you go left or right depending on where people play, and it's like the last has been figured out. You put your gun in this one spot, and you don't put it anywhere else. Like, well, I mean, there's other spots for the gun. You put the gun on the floor.
I think we should put it in B tier because scouts really
It
like
probably-
it, soldiers really hate it, and demos are fine with it generally.
It probably belongs in B tier.
I mean, I'd like to hear what Logan has to say too.
It's if I were to rank like, I think Sunshine is the most balanced map. Process is up there when it comes to like defending all the points and then drawing all the points. So it's probably like you said, it's a pretty mid map where it's like basic and then a lot of maps copied process. And that, if that makes sense.
You put it in the middle. It's just like anyone OCD look away.
Shoot, let's do try and get all the old head maps out of the way. Product. Yeah.
I want to hear it from Logan and Dead actually.
Think-
Yeah.
Every Koth, I'm gonna like rank it highly because I think all Koths are good. Koth is good.
I agree. I'd probably put it at A tier just because Sniper exists. If Sniper didn't exist, it'd be S tier though.
Honestly, I'd put it at around A tier. Yeah, I agree with that. It's soldier friendly as well. Not too much, but it is soldier friendly and DM, dude. Just play DM.
Yeah, every time I think of DM, I think of that or Metalworks, to be honest. Like, those are the two that it's always rotating on for me. And yeah, I'd say comfortably putting product at A tier. You can also think about, like, its historical significance, too, you know? Like, Tech going into the I series and being absolutely schooled by all the European teams because they didn't know how to run it. I think that obviously gives it a little bit of a push-up for most people. You know, it's been one of those deciding factors where it's like, oh, okay, maybe you don't quite have a good enough strategy for a bunch of 5 CP, but just get your demo across that mid and start, you know, like absolutely slamming them. So for me personally, I think A, but I don't know what everybody else thinks.
A is always
Yeah, I'm
good.
fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Metalworks. All right, thoughts on Metalworks. Let's start from Scream.
This map, I like Metalworks, but it's a strong candidate for D tier. Honestly, it's probably one of the worst maps in the rotation. It's probably C, but I think it should be.
No, it's because I agree. It should be down there. Yeah, it should be down there.
I like Metalworks. I think it's unique, but I don't think a lot of people like that map.
I think it's definitely one of those that get clowned on a lot. I mean, you know, I would probably say C too. Yeah, I don't really have a bunch of strong feelings towards it either way, to be honest.
The only thing I like about Metalworks is the Batman spot. That's all I like about it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Why
sir.
the map is horrible. It's dumb spots
Yeah.
like that.
I hate playing the mid so much that I this isn't my idea, but my friend Hex, shout out to Hex. He made me do this where I run freaking Battalion's backup at mid, 330 HP, play the ground, just waddle, shoot things, and it freaking works. So any teams that want to try that out, go ahead and do that.
We'll keep our playbooks open.
Don't do that.
But from the demo man's perspective, Logan, Det, what do you think of Metalworks?
Definitely is a good demo map, but I think out of all the other maps that are up there, it plays worse, like, than all
It's
the
really
other maps.
stale.
Yeah.
Same thing kind of happens every time. Unless you get mid to lasted, then there's action, but not the good kind.
Yeah, not the kind that you want, that's for sure.
It's like, oh, they high bomb their soldier valley. Okay, you can pressure under, and we do nothing with it. Time to leave.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Okay, moving on. So we're going to go to another cough map. We're going to do clear cut.
All right, I know I
Clear cut
heard
is the
some
worst
strong
cop map.
opinions. There we go. There it is. There it is.
I hate this map. Sure, there's more things to do for soldiers, and there's a super high like skybox that you could freaking go behind, but like, damn. I love going 100 DPM, 50 deaths. So good. Put it at D.
This map for soldiers is definitely prison. For demo, it's like just free damage everywhere. I think it's awful, but it probably belongs in B tier. Probably better than metal.
Yeah, if we had to move one map to D tier, it'd probably be metal, and then put clear cut above it. If there has to be a D tier.
I would put clear cut below metal.
Unless we're doing
personally.
like non-rotation maps later, then we can leave D open.
We have a poll for clear cut going on. You guys can vote. It looks like most people are saying D tier. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
D for
sitting
dog
around
water.
there. D for dog water.
I don't know. Me personally, I've had like one of my greatest like matches on Clearwater, and then I've also had one of the worst matches of my entire life on Clearwater.
Clear water.
Clear water.
Like that map.
Y'all didn't hear that. Y'all
Yeah,
didn't
just
hear
mix
that.
the two together.
Y'all didn't hear that. That
Yep,
was
yeah, okay.
that was,
All right, moving on.
Yep.
Moving on. We're gonna go to Reckoner.
L map.
Really? Okay. Tell me more about that. Why do you think it's such an L map?
I don't know. It's playable, but I think compared to all the other maps in the rotation, it's obviously like probably everyone's least favorite or one of their bottom maps.
That's
Yeah.
interesting, because to me, I actually really do enjoy playing that map. I feel like that was one of the best maps I played last season.
It
just
seems
in
like there's no
terms of-
consistency playing that map.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
completely
No one
different
in
things
NA knows
can
how to
happen.
play this map.
Well,
no one
no,
knows
but
how to
it
play this
almost
map.
seems like even there is no set strategy. You just kind of just like do whatever. You just play TF2. You treat it like any other map.
It's
There's
like if
no
you put a DM map on mid and then a DM map on second, and that's your map. And then last is just like snake water.
Okay, personally, I'd probably put it as a B.
I'd probably lower it.
I'd put it in C tier below Metalworks.
I would put it in C tier as well. And like you guys kind of highlighted the problem. It just seems like a map that was like made from every single other map in rotation. Like, you know, it's got aspects of a lot of different maps, and it doesn't necessarily like shine in a certain area.
Yeah, like you see so many similarities. Like, yeah, mid it looks like goalie wash, right? And then last kind of looks like Sunshine. It's kind of weird, but they really just picked the most recognizable aspects of every map and then just put it together and thought it would be really really good. And of course there's a lot of plays that you can make on that map. There's a lot of different scenarios, right? But I honestly think NA wasn't ready to play it. That makes sense.
I'd probably put it in C tier, to be honest. I don't know that I agree
Super
that
cozy.
NA wasn't ready to play it. It's more that they just tried it and it just didn't seem like a good map to play.
C for cozy.
I like that. All right, what's
Okay,
up next?
I think that's all the maps. I'm not too sure. My math is awful.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Oh, okay,
dude,
yeah, sure. We can
Granary-
bring some of those maps in.
I actually really love Granary. I don't know why, but I just really like it.
I feel like we should probably wait on Granary and like Prolands till maybe next season, because Granary's only been played. I mean, it was in RGL season 1 and 2, I think, but been on hiatus for 5 seasons since last season. And not everybody outside of it plays it anyway, so I think it's a pretty good map. Not hard to say. Probably
All right.
B tier.
B tier for sure.
Yeah, I'd put it as a B as well.
Yeah.
I have not played Granary that much, and like the 2 matches I played, Granary were against Witness Gaming, and that was really fun. But I don't know, it seems like a solid map.
Yeah. It'd be more fun with more time in the rotation.
Product.
Product
Granary.
for sure.
Definitely product.
I'm kidding. I like product more. Sure, we can bring in Prolands here.
Not played the map.
Same.
I
Up to you
haven't played
guys.
the map either.
A tier.
All right. Probably don't bring it in then.
All right, rank something we never played. I said D tier.
All right, I guess we're doing D tier
Badlands.
Prolands.
Badlands belongs in D tier. This map is awful. Map is horrible. Don't know anything about Prolands. I know that the last on Prolands is
Consistencies.
good. Just everything about this map is awful. The mid is like the one good thing about this map, and then outside of mid, it just becomes horrible. Like everyone likes to talk about how the last was awful. Like yeah, last horrible, but second is not good either. Like the choke for second is horrible, and there's really no sacking options except for fast bombing through choke and instantly getting dead on, like because the ceilings are so damn low, or going through valley and instantly dying because their entire team rotates, or sending a player behind, like way behind in the lobby, behind their entire team. Not a good map.
True. The actual way that the map itself plays out, I think, has been helped a lot with the pro version, and it'll be interesting to see how people react to that during the season for sure. Oh yeah,
sure, we can do
S
Bagel, yeah.
tier, S tier.
That's straight up S tier for me. That's fine. We're just gonna say that Bagel's S tier and like yeah, we'll
You
talk
just
about
write it in text and like put it over the.
Make sure it's Comic Sans.
Okay, so why is it S tier? And I want to hear for our demos here.
It's just the perfect map. You have a bunch of good DM fights you can take over the point. You can take control of houses. There's a ton of options. Sniper's not overpowered on it. You can break forward holds relatively easy, but you can keep up forward holds relatively easy. It's just a perfectly balanced Koth map.
Yeah, it's also like different. Like I know the cap time was different, and a lot of teams had to adjust to that. And I think the way it's played is slightly different than like clear cut and product, which are more cookie cutter.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he's got it. Let's go.
I feel like the flanks actually mean something. It means so much in
Yeah,
Bagel.
for real.
The houses, like seeing Mirrorman get destroyed in every every single fight he took because he was alone in house was hilarious.
Poor
and
Mirror Man,
Witness,
dude.
Witness
Why'd you have to do
bullied
that?
him in season 6, and it was.
Oh my god!
I mean, it was not. It was.
Yo,
That man was fighting for his life. There was not a single thing he could do. I mean, just outplayed simply. Free pick every time.
Oh my god, Mirror Man.
You just buried Mirror Man, bro. What the
Bro,
hell?
yo,
Wasn't it-
don't
it
flip
wasn't
this
his
and
fault.
send it to him, please.
Bainey probably told him to play there, and he was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm gonna play here. Oh, I'm alone. Okay, I'm getting rushed by 4 players. Okay, I'm dead. Cool." And that happened like 40 times, and then the match ended.
Man. Now I'm just imagining Mirror Man in there by himself, just scared as shit, and Bainey's like, "Don't you dare get out of that fucking room!" Like,
Jesus Christ. I might need some insider info of this. Like, this is assault, dude. This is bad.
I'd love to know what the comms
This is
were
bullying.
after Mirror Man sat in house and died for like the 15th time, and Bainey's like, "Why you can't hold the house?" And just, this would be so funny. Of course, did they win or lose? No, they lost. They lost again. Bagel, right? The season.
Yeah, they lost Bagel to Witness Gaming. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because they played Bagel's Sunshine and whatever the last map. Granary, right?
Bagel was an upset map in the playoffs. Logan's team beat Witness on it.
True.
This is true.
Absolutely. Okay, well, that should go for the in general maps, right? Like everyone knows these maps. So let's move on to some unorthodox maps or maps that no one's ever freaking seen before, because no one knows what they are.
You've seen these maps if you played in Map Champ, back when Mix Champ did that a while ago. It happened during the weekends.
shit.
Definitely not
yeah.
me.
I don't know if anyone remembered that.
I played in the lucrative map pugs a lot.
oh yeah, I played in a lot of those as well.
I'm not too sure. Like, I have no opinions on Kalinka. I've never played it. I've actually never even seen too much about it, so I can't help you guys here.
I kind of thought the mid fight was pretty fun on Kalinka, but
Kalinka mid-fight was actually really beast.
Yeah.
I loved playing
Kalinka
Kalinka.
is probably just worse than every map in the pool. Except for Clear
Yeah.
Cut and Badlands. It
there
probably
are
just
reasons
is.
why maps aren't in the pool.
Probably D tier.
Probably D tier.
Probably even worse than Badlands. Why? Because the map just isn't fluid. It's too big.
Yeah, that was definitely like the worst part about it. Is like you want like a nice flank on a map, but when the flank is like literally another map in and of itself, it's like it gets just too much.
Well, poor Kalinka. Sorry to the map creator.
Sorry.
All right, next map.
Poor guy. Need to make a huge map.
Let's look at Villa. Now that's a controversial map if I've ever seen it.
This map is awful. Villa's mid is not good. Villa's second is horrible, and last is like okay. Again, probably worse than every map in the pool, except for Clear Cut.
Screamer, you guys the ones that played Villa that season in the regular season, and it was the only time it got played, or is that a different team?
No, it got played. It got played 3 times. It got played 3 seasons.
Not counting
in a row.
playoffs. Oh no, not seasons, but like during the season, like the actual matches that took place on that map.
An invite?
Yes.
No, I did not play.
You did not? Okay.
No, that was. I could be wrong, but I think that was Soap's team.
My team played this map in playoffs versus the May team, May Caps team. Forgot what it was called.
Yeah, Villa was definitely a weird one for sure. I mean, I feel like a lot like when I played it like on my team, like it was like not like nobody really knew exactly what to do. It's like either one team was always hyper aggressive and won every mid, or it just like there was never really like a set strategy for that.
I honestly feel like it's one of the only maps that got worse with version changes. Like they changed some stuff on the. I remember playing it and then coming back to it and playing some stuff on the mid, and it just like it actually felt worse. And then second, all the changes they made the map again worse than it already was. Yeah, not a fan.
Yeah, and if any roamers are in here and they've played this map before, you know that it's awful to sack in slash out of any doorway on this map. It's freaking awful.
Dude, it's
Don't
just
play
so
it.
crap. It's like they see you coming from a
It's
mile away.
dog.
There's no creativity. You can't like the only thing you can strafe into is like your death. That's all you're doing.
F tier.
Who said S tier?
Who are these people saying S tier?
Ban them.
Who are these amateur players saying S tier in chat?
You can't trust Twitch chat like that. Come on now. Yeah, that's definitely F tier.
Let's look at. Let me bring it up. Let's look at Logjam.
I'm down.
I actually like Logjam, and I wish it was played more. I've only ever played it in pugs, but I really do enjoy the look of the map, and I do enjoy how open it is. And I wish it is played in the rotation, but no, I haven't played it competitively, just in pugs. But I just like playing the map.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Like I've also really enjoyed playing Logjam. I'm a little biased because you know, my buddy Heist made that map, and so it's really cool to like play on a map that your friend like created, and it got a lot of attention early on, and I think some of the changes they made to it like later on really kind of affected like the way it was played, and it was kind of dropped almost altogether. And I think it's starting to see a little bit of a resurgence because I did hear that he's working on it again. So be cool to hear from like Dat, Logan, Scream, anything you guys have to say about it.
I've never played it.
Never touched that map in my life.
I thought they'd say that, yeah.
It's not good. It's not a good map.
Okay, alright.
It's not good. Not a good map. No,
So
I
where
have
would you
played
guys-
it. I have played a Logjam. I played it both like in map cups and in pugs. Again, probably worse than every map currently in the pool.
I don't know.
It's
I don't think
because
it's...
I think the mid is good, but second and last are just disasters. Like, it's so weird. Second is like not a TF2 map. It feels like an Overwatch map.
There seems to be a trend here. Good mid fights, then bad everything else.
Pretty much.
Oh boy.
Looking at you, Badlands.
That's definitely. Yeah, it's not a good map.
Alright. I'd probably put it at a... probably D.
Probably solid below Badlands D tier, if I would have to. Specific.
Yeah,
It's
you
not-
are really going hard on these maps,
I
dude.
don't hate new maps. This map,
Zoomer.
it's just not good. I'm a boomer. What do you mean?
Isn't Bagel technically a new map? Like, you can make good new maps.
Good new maps can be played. You just have to have like a good basis and someone who's willing to change it over multiple seasons. So, I don't know. I feel like Europeans would have many more opinions about this map. But
Yeah, agreed. And like I said, dude, like when it first came out, there was a lot of like buzz around it, and then a lot of things got changed. Specifically, that second was just it's kind of like a Frankenstein's monster sort of thing going on right now, and the last has just always like had its issues. But yeah, no, I think like at least a solid like D tier.
Alright, do we have any more maps to go off of? Not too sure. We do have like Propaganda and Man Base and Cardinal left. Do we want to go over these? Alright, screw it, let's do it. So I guess we should do yeah, let's talk about Propaganda. Now I think that was played season 1 of RGL. I could be mistaken, but
in ESEA and season 1, I think. Maybe, yeah. This map is something. It's something.
well, talk about it.
This map is bad.
Of
Another-
course.
another-
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa, we
it
didn't
sounds
see that
like a
one
trend,
coming.
right? It sounds
We
like a
did not
trend
see
from
that one
Scream
coming.
is like, hey, this map, it's
Again-
freaking bad.
Again, actually, the mid on this map is not very good. I think the second is okay, and the last is just not real. There's like too many ways to get in the last. There's like I think 3 or 4 entrances that are all like really like wide areas that are kind of hard to cover. It just makes the last really difficult to hold.
With Scream, you can shoot the clock and it goes ding.
That's crazy. If only all the horrible problems with the map got fixed.
Yeah, true.
Even more crazy.
That's a fun feature.
All right.
Well, have Logan and Det played this map before?
I played it in UGC Season 30 of Platinum, and we won, but it's still a bad map.
I played it Season 1 of RGL. I don't really remember it. I remember I won on it, and that's it.
Wow, it seems like people just forget this map. Okay, well, I guess we're putting it at D. Well,
I do not say not
everyone who
process
voted
is
said
shit.
A.
I said process was C tier. Good lord. Anyway.
Yeah, compared to all these maps, like all the newer ones that we've been kind of like talking about, not gonna lie, every other map just sounds like the golden age.
I don't think people realize like for every good TF2 map, there's like 15 bad ones, and we're hitting every bad one. It is what it is.
Do we really want to? I'm pretty satisfied with it right now.
Good with them.
I mean, I feel like the in-between maps, we really need to figure out where their home is.
Nah. I think in between A and B is perfect for process. It's the definition of a mid map.
But then it should be B, you know what I mean? Because like B
That's
is like
true.
the mid tier, you know what I
But
mean?
I don't know that I consider the things past D tier maps.
Did I say B or B?
I think based on what Scream said, he would probably agree with me.
I would say so.
I'd probably put it as a B tier.
But yeah, if we need to find a home for process, B tier is fine.
I think you probably put it above Gully, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely above goalie for sure.
Or what awesome map is next for me to eventually call bad?
We have Man Base and Cardinal left.
I feel like Man Base is not fair to rank because I don't think that map has been in development very long. But
yeah, I agree.
But Cardinal belongs in F tier. This is one of the single worst maps I've ever played.
Is it worse than Kalika and Villa?
No, I mean those aren't real maps. Those are pub maps. But like, no, it's better than Villa. But no, it's worse. It's definitely worse than Villa. But like, that map is just not good. It's also like the map that Banny like worked with the map creator to make, and it was just like, it was just not good. That's it. It was just bad. The mid was like had zero high ground. Like soldier's already a prison class, man. Like, why do you got to put that guy in even more prison? Second was like the point was like too far back. Like it was too close to mid. And last was like impossible to push and hold at the same time. It was like just not real. So yeah, that map's horrible. Here.
Yeah, I know we've got more input from Scream lately because of these maps he's played mostly, but I don't know if Det and Logan have played Cardinal or Man Base. I think there was a cup for Man Base. Like they did the experimental maps cup. But you guys can talk about those too if you want.
Yeah, the thing with Cardinal is that it was in ESEA for like season 28 and like 2, maybe 1 or 2 seasons of ESEA, and that was it. I remember playing it and it being not great. Yeah, but I still don't think Man Base is fair to exactly grade because it's only been played like in 1 map cup.
I just checked my maps folder and I don't see either of them in there, which means I haven't downloaded them in a year of playing TF2.
Okay, well, I guess then that's that for maps then. If you not even play them, how can we have input?
Exposure zone, I like that.
I like that too. Okay, so I guess that's the list. Are we satisfied with that?
Looks good.
I think that's it. I think we have a couple of clips, and we might be able to just end it after that. Or do you want to just end it here? And yeah, we could just probably end it here and talk. Just give some shoutouts.
Down for that.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start with Scream. What are your shoutouts?
I'm gonna shout out Xanda, TF2. He's my good buddy. Played a couple seasons together. Made my frag movies. Go check him out. Xanda TF2 on YouTube. Make some cool stuff. And Sleepy. I love Sleepy. And all that shooting took my helmet, boys.
Beast.
All right. Thank you. We'll get some from Logan now.
Shout out to all my homies on G6, and then shout out Nixie, and also shout out my Highlander homies as well.
All right. Awesome. Det.
Yeah, shout out everyone on the Penguins of Madagascar. They're all great people. Shout out Rio. That's about it.
All right. Golden shoutouts.
Yeah, Golden, love to hear your shoutouts here.
Hello, Golden. Hello, Cold. Hello, Bread Monster. Hello.
Man of few words. Man of few words.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, if you don't want any shoutouts, so it's okay. We're giving you opportunity to talk on the platform. You know, in front of 70 people. Come on, man. Like, you just don't have to be like this. Come on. What's up with you? Whatever.
It's accurate to the in-game experience.
We didn't like Golden anymore.
He's your combo scout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a little quiet.
Okay, then LeCrum, what are your shoutouts?
Shout out to Tony B for doing this with me, setting this up. Shout out Scream, Logan, Det, the absence of Golden, Mitch for his continued work behind the scenes for production and all that. And then of course shout out to the Microcheese too for a few of those clips that he put on there, or we were gonna show. I'm not sure if we did or not. Yeah. And just shout out to everybody for coming in and making this happen. It was a fun little get together, and really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Awesome, and I guess I'll end it here with shout out Soapy Meister for being quite a role model for me. Love that guy. Shout out Nixie for being a cool teammate in the past. Shout out to Hex for being an awesome friend, and shout out to everyone who's here currently. Logan, Det, Scream, Crumb, thanks for coming. Thank you, Mitch. And yeah, that was Fully Charged NA Season 8 preview of Invite, and wish you guys the best of luck in Invite this season.
Thank you.
All right, later, guys.
Thanks. See ya.
See you.
Take it easy.
Got the force and escape, so now they have the 100% advantage. Oh, and there's a sniper shot. It's not.
What was it, the three-pointed blade, whatever it was called? Boston
Three-rune
Basher
blade.
clone, 3-rune blade. To get this last 5%, they're gonna have Uber and be able to go in once again.
Max on sniper, but I don't think he's looking at the right door as yet. They come in from that top left.
How both combos are in front of over the top, gonna get